Is there this cord that is supposed to be attached between the physical body and the ethereal body?
Not the physical body. It's called it's the silver cord. It's a pulsating, a silver cord that's attached from the back of the astral or the spiritual body to the higher self. That's why it's pulsating. You're getting energy from your higher self. Now, in a regular out-of-body experience, most people don't see it because it's behind them.
Right.
You have to kind of spin around to do that, or see somebody else's silver cord.
And it'll stretch indefinitely, right?
Yes, but here's the difference. When a person clinically crosses into spirit or clinically dies, that cord is severed.
It's severed.
So if you see a severed cord...
Like an umbilical cord in birth.
Exactly, except it's death rather than birth, okay?
Yeah.
So if it's severed, you ain't coming back, is what the point is on that one. But out-of-body experiences are not dangerous. They're perfectly natural.
Can it be severed by mistake?
No. There's a reason for it. It's not like somebody has a sword swishing around there and doing that.
It's going to clip you.
You choose your moment of death, and the death is actually well planned. So you're not going to accidentally go out of the body and sever the silver cord. That has never been recorded. And I've done over 3,000 times, and I've seen my own silver cord too.
And what have you seen when you've done your OBEs?
Well, I go into the fifth dimension. I go to various dimensions. I've described. Can we spend a few seconds talking about the dimensions?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have the astral plane. Every dimension has a different sound. The astral plane is characterized by the roar of the sea, like a seashell to your ear. And if you go to the astral plane, to the upper, not the lower one. The lower one is psychic attacking.
The upper would be godlike?
It's not godlike. It's just very positive.
Okay.
You have the Astral Museum. That's where Bill Gates and Einstein went, and Tesla and everybody else to get futuristic technology.
And they brought it back.
And that's how I developed my superconscious mind tap and my progression techniques. I went to the Astral Museum too. The lower astral plane is filled with negative entities. You don't want to be there. Demonic entities, some bad ETs,
Is that
reptilians.
what hell would be called?
Yeah, they call it more purgatory would be the better analogy, because you can get out of it. It's not permanent, okay? Now, the plane beyond that is called the causal plane, which is the sound is the tinkling of bells, like a New Age bookstore. And the causal plane is where, it's a very small plane, it's the smallest dimension, and that's where your Akashic records are stored. Beyond that is the mental plane, which is the sound of running water characterizes that. And the mental plane has blue highways. So if you're driving in a car or flying above it and you see iridescent blue roads, you're on the mental plane. All the entities or the people that are there, they look like little angels. They live in these houses of geometric designs. And the masters would hang out there. The Buddhas, the Jesus, the Moses, they would hang out the mental plane. It's a very spiritual dimension. Wow. Beyond that is the etheric plane. Now that's a biggie. The etheric plane is the largest dimension. The sound of buzzing bees is the characteristic. And that's when I talk with you on the show about the etheric plane surgeons. So if you have a medical issue that like cancer, AIDS, or lupus, or something that you can't cure, and there's nothing you can do on the earth plane, the reason why the etheric plane surgeons work well, these are entities that work on the etheric plane, your etheric body is identical to the physical body. All the other spiritual bodies are similar, but not exactly identical. The etheric body is identical. So if these etheric surgeons that look like giant tadpoles, if they work on your etheric body and cure the etheric body, then it's not a high percentage, but in certain cases, you bring it back to the earth plane when you awaken the following morning, you can transfer the healing energy. And I've done that with patients. So this is called etheric plane surgery. It's a very ancient technique. It's been around for many years in the old mystery schools in ancient Greece and Rome and Egypt. But I've actually westernized it for people to use. It's not a high percentage, but you got nothing to lose. And when it works, it's brilliant.
Follow and like.